CATV is proudly presented by Toyota.
Thanks for your time, Ian. Well batted today yourself. It's a really good innings, but overall you must be disappointed just with the batters around you, really.
Yeah, obviously it's another disappointing performance, really. You can't afford in Test matches. Certainly the first innings you have to get bowled out under 200, you're not going to win anything. So it's obviously very disappointing, and we can't go away from that. And I know, having played a lot of cricket in that dressing room, there's going to be no excuses. It's just not good enough, and we need to make sure that we put that right, and we'll have an opportunity second innings to at least try and show people that we're going to show some fight. It's
been a hard Test match right from the start. How do you sum up the morale in the dressing room at the moment?
It's all right. I think even on day one we had opportunities to maybe keep Australia to 350. We didn't take those. But obviously, again, this morning was an exciting opportunity. One down. It was all there to bat all day and get back into this game. So obviously it's disappointing for all of us. The work ethic's been great since we've been here. It's just not quite happened. So, but we need to fix it, pretty quickly if we want to get back in the series.
How can you come back from this, Ian? It's going to be a real tall order for this match, and you have to say, if things go badly here, for the rest of the series too.
Yeah, look, I think, you guys have all seen what we've done in the past. These games are savable, but someone's going to have to play an incredible innings. And if you want to bat a day at a ground, this is the ground to do it. So, but what we've done in the last three innings isn't going to get us close. So someone has to, probably two or three guys have to really step up. So it's a challenge, but that leads to opportunities. So we need to see if we take it.
Ian, anyone here saw how well Mitchell Johnson bowled, but I think there might be some people waking up in the UK looking at the scorecard and thinking, how come Ian Bell can score 72 and Carberry can make it 50 and so many of the other batsmen had no answer to Mitchell Johnson? What would you say to that?
I think when Mitchell Johnson's bowling at his best, if you get a couple of good ones first up, Cookie, I thought, got a fantastic delivery. So if you get one of those in your first 10 balls, it's good enough for anyone in the world. So I think, those guys who, like I said, early in your innings, anyone can get knocked over. But obviously, we're going to have to find an answer because he's blowing us away sort of middle and lower order. So we need to make sure that we can somehow get through his spells, whether it's 5 overs. But we need to find a way and pretty quickly.
And does today show that perhaps you should be batting at number 3, as I know you've said openly you're quite prepared to for England?
Look, it's out of my control, really. I'm happy to bat anywhere for this team. I thought Rooty actually played really well. Last night in a tough situation, he shaped up brilliantly. And the same for the first hour this morning. Obviously, he'd be disappointed, getting out to the spinner there after the hard work he did. So, he looked really good, and he's a quality player. So hopefully he gets a good run at that. But again, I'm happy to move up if they want me to, or stay at 5 where I've had a lot of success over the last 3-4 years.
Ian, could you give us an idea of the problems that Mitch Johnson poses? Obviously, you've got extreme pace, but the angle, maybe left arm over, that sort of stuff. And also, how much part, if any, does physical fear play?
Look, I think when you're playing pace, you have to have some serious courage, don't you? I think every batsman said that, and we need to obviously, make sure that's the first thing that we're getting out there, and we're going to, battle hard. There's going to be a few past your nose, and that's a fact. I don't think we should have been surprised by this. I think it came on the board that he's just gone to the top 10 Australian wicket takers of all time. So, he's a quality performer. He's bowled a lot more accurately this series probably than he has in the past. But yeah, I'm not surprised that he's bowled well. I always respected him as a good bowler. And like I said, when you're bowling at 150 k's an hour, then you've got to be switched on every ball.
Are you scared? Are you scared for your physical safety?
No, not at all, no. I can't speak for everyone, but no.
He hasn't actually got you out yet this series. Is there anything you can sort of impart to the others to sort of help them get through it when they come in against it?
Look, I think we've worked really hard. We've got some experienced guys, working with all the batters. We've all got methods, and in the nets it looks really good, but we've got to take it from the nets into the middle. Everyone's got a technique to get through it, but again, at the minute, we're just not doing that.
This morning he didn't get a wicket, and then he came back with the older ball. Was it that much harder against him with the older ball?
Look, I think he obviously got a bit of reverse swing, and Australia showed that in the summer as well at home. That they've got the skills to do that. All the attack, got a little bit of movement. But again, at that pace, when he's got it right and it's reversing, it's tough work. Certainly, for the tail enders. But at the end of the day, the top 6, 7 have to score the runs. We can't leave it to 8, 9, 10, 11.
Ian, obviously a lot of the focus on Mitchell blowing away the sort of the middle and lower order, but perhaps it was the top order that exposed them to him, and they were taken by other bowlers, and in particular, look at some of the dismissals. It seemed like the England players had given their wickets away rather than being got out. Does that make it harder to deal with? Is that more of a tougher situation to
From the
deal
top
with?
order?
Yeah, I mean, you know, Michael Clarke put a trap for KP with 2 mid wickets, and he flicks it straight to one of them. Yeah,
you know, as a batter, you want to put a high price on your wicket, don't you? And that's what all batters do. All great players have done that, and I'd say Kev's a great player. So, look, we haven't played very well, and that's, you know, there's no hiding and running away from it, hiding away. We've got to improve and improve fast. You know, it's in all areas. You know, not just about facing Mitchell Johnson, but in everything we're doing at the minute. And you know, there'll be some guys hurting at the minute, but you know, I know that dressing room well, and they're going to come back tomorrow and give it another good go.
Ian, you were tested as a team in Brisbane on a quick pitch. How much more impressive was it, even being out there, to see what Mitchell did today on a pitch that was nothing like that, really?
Yeah, well, he's bowled well, hasn't he, in the last 2 games so far, and you know, credit to him. We obviously, like I said, as a team, we've got to play him better. But yeah, I mean, part of being a good international cricketer is adapting, you know, from different countries, different wickets, and that's what you have to do. And you know, he did that well in this game.